The paper today in the name of Assembly Member Jones on benefit sanctions, asking if you share her concerns about the massive and often inappropriate use of sanctions against Londoners in recent years.
Well, I certainly have done what I can, as you know, Jenny, to try to mitigate the impact of benefit reforms on Londoners, where Londoners are particularly exposed just because of the cost of living in London, the cost of housing in London, and we got an awful lot of funding for discretionary housing payments, an extra 25 million to London boroughs in 2013, rising to 115 million over the next couple of years. We delayed the implementation of the benefits cap for existing claims to give them time to make new arrangements, and there was an exemption of the total benefit cap for 9 months for those who lose their job and need to claim benefits. So we tried to soften some of the impact, but I think all parties agree that it was right to reform housing benefits, which is running at £20 billion, and I think all parties would probably agree that it is right to discount or to stop people from claiming benefits if they don't do the basic things like fail to turn up to find work, or they turn down jobs that are offered to them, or they fail in some pretty obvious way to do what is necessary to claim those benefits.
Well, let me put a couple of cases to you, and I think you will be shocked as well. And I'd like to get your reaction about it. A constituent, and these are from Citizens Advice, a constituent in Hillingdon, a 21-year-old single parent, was accused of not doing enough to find a job, but the job centre couldn't say what aspect of her job search was inadequate. Now, Citizens Advice helped her overturn the sanction, but she still had to go 3 months last winter without housing benefit, without JSA, and had to get a crisis loan to pay the bills and feed her family. Now, that can't be right. It just can't be. And I know you're not frightened.
It's very difficult for me, Jenny, to comment on individual cases. But
okay, what about?
If you want to,
I understand, but you must be shocked at these incidents.
Well, it's just in a. I don't know what the circumstances are exactly, and obviously, the way you describe it unquestionably makes it sound shocking. I think I read a headline this morning, though, that the Labour Party wanted to cut all benefits from people under 25.
Could you focus, please?
Is that right? I read it in the Daily Telegraph.
Yeah, this is
the party of the people.
If you can concentrate on the questions from Jenny Jones.
I see. So they've leaked something to the Telegraph, hoping to curry favour with Middle England, whereas actually they don't really believe it. Is that it? What's their policy?
Right. If you can concentrate on answering the questions posed by Assembly Member Jones, who's a member of the Green Group, not the Labour Group,
you could have fooled me.
Then we can continue. Assembly Member Jones.
Let me tell you about another one. A constituent in Lewisham was accused of not trying hard enough, despite exceeding her job search target, and she lost her benefits for a month and was refused hardship payments.
Jenny, it sounds very tough. It sounds very tough. I don't know the circumstances. Obviously, we would have to, to do it. To do this properly, I would have to be I need a constituency surgery in which I actually asked the complainant that you described to go through her experiences. I then took it up with the Job Centre Plus office and tried to get to the bottom of it. It's difficult for me to do that as
Would you or somebody in your office
something you could do as her Assembly member, or indeed the city MP should really be doing.
Would you or somebody in your office talk to Citizens Advice just to get a feel for the misuse? I'm talking about massive and inappropriate use of the sanctions. Would somebody in your office take some evidence from Citizens Advice and perhaps then
I'm sure that Kit will be, who is not admittedly deputy there for business and enterprise.
Kit, thank you.
He's in charge of employment.
That's very kind. I'm very happy with that.
Kit,
thank you so much.
Kit is always very happy to coordinate with you, Jenny, any matter. And
we note that commitment on behalf of Assembly Member Malthouse. We'll then move on to the next question on the order paper, entitled Universal Free School.
Pass that back to me. I will. If Kit refuses that mission, then I will understand.
We will wait an update in your next report.